Okay. If you're ever sitting in the situation where, let's just say, you've modified a model or something's happened, whatever your circumstances are. In this case, I've modified a grown horse to look like a foal, so a baby horse. Okay. But that's not entirely, well, excuse that. That's just the fact that the grown horse had long hair, and that'll have to be painted out because the previous artist actually painted in shading underneath the hair, and the foal has short hair, so we'll have to just paint that out. But that's beside the point. Um, Also, this texture made here was made for a Mustang, and this is a Frisian foal. You can't see the leg hair, but it's a Frisian foal. When it grows to adult, it'll have long hair, long tail, and hoof hair. Um, so on two accounts, first of all, this texture wasn't made for this model, but the UVs were made to align. But there's some areas where they don't align. So this is part of the hoof, but it's encroaching up on the leg. Okay, so this area should be hoof hair. So how can we adjust that edge to sit over here? Because essentially, if we look at this edge, it's, let me grab the vertices, it'll be easier to see. You can see it's these vertices here are shared with those there, and essentially we want this edge to be over here. So how do we do that? So one way I know how to do it, it's a little cheeky hack, is this way. So we're working on the front, the horse's front right leg. I'm going to drop an edge loop right above this, as close as I can. Okay, so that's going to preserve that shape because I want to move this seam down, because that's what we want to do. We want to move the seam further down on the leg. So while having the move tool selected, which is just pressing the W key, I want to hold in the C key and middle mouse on this edge. I'm going to bring that down and then slightly offset it from that vertex. When I say offset, I mean we want to move it down until it stops moving and then slightly back again, just to separate it, because we're going to delete that edge now. And hopefully from this already you can start seeing what I'm doing. I'm going to sort of wrap or slide that UV seam down down the model geometry until it's where we want it to be. So just sliding that seam down, deleting the edge that it's replacing, and then repeating it again. So I put an edge in to hold its previous position, then I slide it down to a new position and delete the old edge, and then rinse and repeat. So here we go. Take this edge, double click to select the edge loop, holding control and hit delete. We'll delete that edge and the vertices. Alright, so now I've successfully moved that seam from that edge down to this edge. Now I just drop in an edge loop again. Okay, and we repeat the same process. Using the move tool, holding in C, middle mouse on that edge, and slide it down, and just move it up a bit again. And as you can see, slowly but surely just bringing that edge all the way down to the bottom. And that's my little mischievous way on fixing where a UV edge is. And hopefully that helps. I will quickly complete this task, just so we can actually have one that's done. But yeah, that is the method. There's not much more to say about that method other than that is it. Take that edge. Oh, that vertex here. We're pretty close to the end of this. We're just going to just decide, do we want to do one more? And I think I will do one more. Slide it down one more edge loop. Okay, so we select that edge, double click, control, delete, drop in a new one. This is going to preserve that shape of the model. It's going to form the new edge, and we're going to slide that down, and that's our last one. And we can compare the results between what we had and what we have created now. put this, oopsie, cancel, undo. I wasn't holding in C there, or pushing some button, but it wasn't C. Okay, almost done. Once again, there we go. Okay, now we can just go back to edge mode, double click that bottom edge loop and control delete, and there we go. And that bit of gray area is what we want. It's part of the hoof texture. So now the hoof texture is on the hoof, and there's the leg texture over there the way we wanted it. Okay, so now I will have to go in there and fix up this seam as well here, or this, yeah, it is a seam. But yeah, that's just a nice little trick on how to move your seam, your UV seam further down on your model. It's just, sliding it further down. All right, hope that helps. Take care. Bye.